What's up, Gilbert? Oh, hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Angel,
And I'm Balta.
and this is Crash Course World History on the Athenian Empire and Ancient Greece.
Alright, so when someone thinks about ancient Greece, they usually think about Olympic Games and Greek gods, but there's much more to it.
Yeah, today we'll be talking to you guys about how it was started, how it was governed, and how it fell, and much more. So by the end of the video, you guys should be experts. Let's jump right into it.
The site where Athens is located is found to be inhabited since before the 3000 BCE, but the construction of the Great Acropolis did not begin until the late Bronze Age, which was about 1200 BCE. But later, during its golden days, Athens was the biggest polis in the Greek world. Polis being the place of a community and the center of trades and jobs, just like Chicago is to Illinois. It's the main place, so to speak. Athens had a population of about 300,000. Athens' economy was based upon manufacturing, trade, and farming.
What did they trade, you ask? Well, they traded wine, grapes, olive oil, and woolen goods. And their main exports were pottery and weapons. Athens was also home to many silver mines, and with silver being currency, Athens became a center for financial business such as loans, investments, and tax.
Anyways, Athens was pretty important. By the 400s BC, Athens' trade made the polis very wealthy. Athens was rich from all the hard work slaves did. One third of the population were slaves. Slaves were found everywhere. They worked as farmers, miners, household assistants, and galley rowers. Back to the wealth. Being wealthy put you at the top, but slavery and wealth are connected. There is no point to having slaves if you aren't profiting from them and their work.
The landowners and wealthy people became rich not by themselves but by the hard work of all their slaves. The more slaves you had, the more money you had. It's pretty simple. Slaves were, however, they were treated very unfairly. In some cases, it was even bad for slaves to touch citizens. Talk about germophobia.
Democracy is the government of the people, by the people, for the people. You have all heard this famous quote about democracy from our very own Abraham Lincoln. But did you know Greece or Athens was one of the first city-states to establish a democracy political system? The politicians were aristocrats, which were at the top of the social pyramid. Under them were the priests and the nobles, and then the common people.
Exactly. The citizens were able to participate in choices made by the aristocrats. The citizens being the middle class, upper class, and the merchants, not including the slaves and the peasants. They had control over their lives, control over where they lived, and they had a lot, basically freedom, except for the slaves. They could directly control all parts of the political process, and with politics comes security of the land. And security of the land means war, especially war that included, wait for it, the Mongols.
During the time of around 1200 BCE, a famous war known as the Trojan War began. This war was between the kingdoms of Troy and Greece. How did it start, you may ask?
Well, you guys probably already know this based on last year's homework assignments from your favorite homeworks, illusions. Thank you, Honors English.
Right. Well, anyways, this Trojan War began because of a girl. Can you believe it? So basically, the Trojan king Paris abducted the Queen Helen of Sparta, which made her husband, King Menelaus, very angry.
You guys probably have already heard now how this story ends with the Trojan horse and Greeks taking over Troy. So let's jump to the next big conflict, which occurred in 490 BC when the Persians tried to take over Greece but were defeated in the Battle of Marathon.
In 431 BC, the Peloponnesian War between Athens and Sparta occurred, which resulted in Sparta winning. Of course, the Corinthian War began in 395 BCE, which involved the Delian League led by the powerful Athens defeating Sparta.
So, Balta, after all this, what do you think is the greatest part of Greece so far?
That reminds me, How could I forget about Alexander the Great?
Who's Alexander the Great?
Well, Alexander the Great was the ancient king of the Greek kingdom of Macedonia. When Alexander was just 18, he had commanded a cavalry that helped his father defeat the Athenian and Theban armies in Chaeronea.
Did you know he also got to conquer Persia and Egypt, which led to him creating an empire that stretched from the Mediterranean all the way to the Indian border? Neither did I. He did so by being smart. He gathered many allies, and he had a huge army. However, he wasn't just sending them out to fight. He was prepared and spent much time planning and securing his territory. And also, his ability to improvise was best of the best.
Wow, sounds nice. Well, overall, Alexander made a huge contribution to allowing the Greek culture and settlements to flow eastward, creating the concept of Hellenization, which you guys have probably already done note card homework on.
Speaking of Alexander the Great, you know what else was great? The great gods of Greek mythology.
Hey, it's time for the open letter.
It's time for the open letter already?
Yeah.
Alright. So let's see what Gilbert has in store for us today. Well, look, it's a conch and a couple of shells that come from the sea. And you know what else comes from the sea? Poseidon, god of the sea. Dear Poseidon, we thank you for the generous gift of the sea. Thank you for bringing us hurricanes and rainstorms that knocked down my neighbor's tree. Get that right. You should really consider explaining the secret of the Bermuda Triangle. Best wishes, Angel and Balta. Anyway, the gods were a pretty serious thing. There were festivals and rituals held all the time in honor of the gods. At the festivals, people danced, prayed, worshipped, and sang. They worshipped gods such as Zeus, Athena, Dionysus, Poseidon, Eros, and many more. People sacrifice a lot of different things. The people of Greece sacrificed works of art, pottery, money, and other valuables. Sweets. Sacrifices, however, did range in extremity. Some people sacrificed vegetables or fruits or goods, while others sacrificed the big things, like burned a whole cow just to make the gods happy.
Oh, alright. So, like, when these people sacrifice things, you know, they like to appease the gods and please them. So what happened if they made the gods angry?
They believed the gods would bring about pain, suffering, and death. And nobody wants that. Unless, of course, for some odd reason, you do. It was the gods' way of punishing the mortals. Therefore, they did anything they could to make them happy.
Greece is truly amazing.
Yes. But what isn't amazing is that we're out of time. But you can catch us next time we're assigned with a crash course project, if we ever need to make another one.
Hope you enjoyed our crash course video, and that's all from us this week, Sabres.
Have a great school year. Catch us next time. It's almost started. Right. Have a great school year. Catch us next time.
Yep. Hope you enjoyed our crash course video. So catch us next time. And that's all from us this week, Sabres.
Have a great day. Hello.
Hey, it's time for the open letter.
What?
What are you doing?
I'm trying on the sweater. I'm putting on my sweater back, bro. Think they're gonna like it? I think it's gonna look pretty good.
I mean, I guess.
Or not.
But we need to do the open letter.
I know, but I gotta look good for the open letter.
Oh my god. Alright, let's retake this again.
Back. What?
Are we gonna finish it up?
No. Wait, hold up.
Oh, come on. It's like the second time already.
Not really.
Hey, let's go. It's time to go. Sit down.
Hold up, man.
We're gonna finish it up.
I gotta feed my fish real quick.
Dude, watch out. I need to put the. We need to finish it up.
Hold up.
Oh, dude, just sit down.
bro.
Feel them later when I leave.
But if I feel them later, they're gonna. Never mind.
Oh my God, it's gotta start it all over again.